is now my great honor to introduce the President-elect of the United States of America, Joe Biden.
Hello, my fellow Americans, and the people brought me the dance, Delawareans. I see my buddy, Senator Tom Karumba down there, and I think Senator Kunz is there. I think the governor's around. Is that everything? That's from my governor, everything, Mina. Most important, my sister-in-law, Sister Vara. Anyway, folks, the people of this nation have spoken. They delivered us a clear victory, a convincing victory, a victory for we the people. We've won with the most votes ever cast for a presidential ticket in the history of the nation, 74 million. Well, I must admit, surprised me tonight. We are seeing all over this nation, all cities, all parts of the country, indeed across the world, an outpouring of joy, of hope, renewed faith in tomorrow to bring a better day. And I'm humbled by the trust and confidence you placed in me. I pledge to be a president who seeks not to divide but unify, who doesn't see red states or blue states, only sees the United States. I'll work with all my heart, with the confidence of the whole people, to win the confidence of all of you. And for that is what America, I believe, is about. It's about people. And that's what our administration will be all about. I sought this office to restore the soul of America, to rebuild the backbone of this nation, the middle class, and make America respected around the world again, and to unite us here at home. It's the honor of my lifetime that so many millions of Americans have voted for that vision. And now, the work of making that vision is real. It's a task, the task of our time. Folks, as I said many times before, I am Joel's husband. And I will not be here without the love and cherished support of Joel and my son Hannah, and Ashley, my daughter, and all our grandchildren, and their spouses, and all our family. They are my heart. Joel is a mom, a military mom, an educator. She has dedicated her life to education, but teaching is just who she does, it's who she is. For American education is a great day for you all. You're going to have one of you in the White House, and Joel's going to make a great first lady. I'm so proud of her. I'll have the honor of serving with the fantastic Vice President just heard from Kamala Harris, who makes history as the first woman, first black woman, first daughter of a migrant ever elected in this country. Don't tell me it's not possible in the United States. It's a long overdue, and we are reminded tonight of those who fought so hard for so many years to make this happen. Once again, Americans bend the arc of moral universe more towards justice. Kamala, Doug, like it or not, your family, you become one of Biden, there is no way out. For all those of you who volunteered and walked the poll in the middle of this pandemic, local elected officials, you deserve a special thanks for the entire nation. And to my campaign team, all the volunteers and all those who gave so much of themselves to make this moment possible, I owe you, I owe you, I owe you everything. And for all those who supported us, I'm proud of the campaign we built. I'm proud of the coalition we put together, the broadest, the most diverse coalition in history. Democrats, Republicans, Independents, Progressives, Moderates, Conservatives, young, old, urban, suburban, rural, gay, straight, transgender, white or Asian, Native American. I mean it. And especially those moments when this campaign was at its lowest time, the African American community stood up again for me. You've always had my back, and I'll have yours. I said at the outset, I wanted to represent, this campaign represent and look like America. We have done that. Now that's what I want the administration to look like and act like. For all those of you who voted for President Trump, I understand disappointment tonight. I've lost a couple of times myself, but now let's give each other a chance. It's time to put away the harsh rhetoric, lower the temperature, see each other again, listen to each other again, and to make progress, we have to stop treating our opponents as our enemies. They are not our enemies. They are Americans. They are Americans. The Bible tells us, to everything there is a season. A time to build, a time to reap, and a time to heal. This is the time to heal in America. Now this campaign is over. What's the will of people? What's our mandate? I believe it's this. America has called upon us to master the forces of decency, the forces of fairness, to master the forces of science, and the forces of hope in the great battles of our time. The battle to control the virus, the battle to build prosperity, the battle to secure your family's health care, the battle to achieve racial justice and root out systemic racism in this country, the battle to save our planet by getting crime under control, the battle to restore decency, defend democracy, and give everybody in this country a fair shot. That's all they are asking for, a fair shot. Folks, our work begins by getting COVID under control. We cannot repair the economy, restore vitality, or relish life's most precious moments, hugging our grandchildren, our children, weddings, birthdays, graduations, all the moment that matters most to us, until we get it under control. On Monday, I will name a group of leading scientists and experts as transitional advisors to help take Biden-Harris COVID plan and convert it into an action blueprint that will start on January the 20th, 2021. That plan will be built on bedrock science. It will be constructed out of compassion, empathy, and concern. I'll spare no effort, none, or any commitment to turn around this pandemic. Folks, I'm a proud Democrat, but I will govern as American president. I'll work as hard for those who didn't vote for me as those who did. Let this grim era of demonization in America begin to end here and now. Refusal of Democrats and Republicans to cooperate with one another is not some mysterious force beyond our control. It's a decision, a choice we make. And if we can decide not to cooperate, then we can decide to cooperate. And I believe that this is part of the mandate given to us from the American people. They want us to cooperate in their interest. And that's a choice I will make. I'll call on Congress, Democrats, Republicans alike, to make that choice with me. The American story is about slow yet steadily widening the opportunities in America. And make no mistake, too many dreams have been deferred for too long. We must make the promise of the country real for everybody, no matter their race, their ethnicity, their faith, their identity, or their disability. Folks, America has always been shaped by inflection points, by moments in time we have made a decision about who we are and what we want to be. Lincoln, in 1860, coming to save the Union. FDR, in 1932, promising a beleaguered country a new deal. JFK, in 1960, pledging a new frontier. And 12 years ago, when Barack Obama made history, he told us, yes, we can. Well, folks, we stand at an inflection point. We have an opportunity to defeat despair, to build a nation of prosperity and purpose. We can do it, I know we can. I've long talked about the battle for the soul of America. We must restore the soul of America. Our nation is shaped by the constant battles between our better angels and our darkest impulses. And what the President says in this battle matters. It's time for our better angels to prevail. Tonight, the whole world is watching America. And I believe in our best. America is a beacon for the globe. We will not lead not only by the example of our power, but by the power of our example. I know, I've always believed, and many of you heard me say it, I've always believed that we can define America in one word: possibilities. That in America, everyone should be given an opportunity to go as far as their dream, and God-given ability will take them. You see, I believe in the possibilities of this country. We are always looking ahead to an America that is freer, ahead to an America that cures disease like cancer and Alzheimer's, ahead to an America that never leaves anyone behind, ahead to an America that never gives up, never gives in. This is a great nation. We are good people. This is the United States of America. And there's never been anything we have not been able to do when we have done it together. Folks, in the last days of the campaign, I began thinking about a hymn that means a lot to me and my family, particularly my deceased son Bo. It captures the faith that sustains me and which I believe sustains America. And I hope it can provide some comfort and solace to 230 million thousand Americans who have lost their loved one to this terrible virus this year. My heart goes out to each and every one of you. Hopefully this hymn gives you solace as well. It goes like this: and will raise you up on eagle's wing, bear on the breath of dawn, make you shine like the sun, and hold you in the palm of his hand. And now together, on eagle's wing, we embark on the work that God and history has called upon us to do, with full heads and steady hands, with faith in America and in each other, with love of country, thirst for justice. Let us be a nation that we know we can be. A nation united, a nation strengthened, a nation healed. The United States of America, ladies and gentlemen, there's never been anything we have tried and not been able to do. So I remember, as my grandpa said when I was traveling of his home when I was a kid up in Scranton, he said, "Joy, keep the faith." And my grandmother, she was alive, she yelled, "No, Joy, spread it. Spread the faith. God love you all. May God bless America. And may God protect our troops. Thank you, thank you, thank you." Alright, thank you very much for watching. This is Tony Karumba, Kenya. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment, share for more fantastic, terrific ride on ride. So just videos that are on the way. Thank you very much.